Hey everyone, welcome to the Monday AdExperts Hangout. I'm coming to you from my balcony. It's just so beautiful outside. I didn't want to be inside, so it's nice to be able to work from the balcony or from the beach or anywhere there's internet, right? I have internet out here, so it's great. So we're gonna go over some training today. This is the first time we're doing it live, so we're gonna practice on you guys. So hopefully you'll learn a lot from it, and we're gonna go through how to make $7,700 in the next 14 to 21 days. And it's totally possible. I've even seen people do it quicker. We're going to show you exactly what you got to do to be able to do that, because it's one thing to be able to make $7,700, but it's another to know exactly what you got to do it, right? So we're going to go through that today. So Tracy's going to screen share with us, and we're going to go through it together. And here we go. Are you ready to screen share?
Gonna get there. Just putting up the.
Oh, I see a cool car.
I like that. That's great. Okay, let's. All right. You should be able to see my screen now.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, thanks, Daniel. And yeah, and feel free to jump in here at any time because we're really excited about what this system offers, and it was time for us to put this together. Worked really hard on this the last few days to put it together to really explain to you the features of how the Infinity Sales Funnel operates and some really important, powerful features within it. And we say being able to earn $7,700 in the next 14 to 21 days, it is entirely achievable by anyone. And we're going to show you the step-by-step process to do that. So just to, whoops, get my screen going here. There we go. And so here we have at AdExperts, we have a solution. Well, what is the problem? The problem for most people is that they're working for money most of their lives, or they're working to pay back money most of their lives. See, most of the era that we grew up in as the baby boomers, we were told to go to college, get an education, get a job, work to 30 years, 40 years, get a retirement. Well, that's not totally true anymore. Our economy has changed, just the way that everything has changed with regards to that. So we see, college and graduate, postgraduate students have spent or can spend up to 17,000 hours, and that's with a 4-year bachelor's and maybe 3 years if you're getting to becoming an attorney or a doctor. That's a lot of time to spend and a lot of money, up to hundreds of thousands of dollars in pursuing that college degree. But today, a lot of that doesn't work anymore, and people are finding out that once they've completed that, they've spent all this money, all of those hours, then they really don't want to do that anymore because either it's just something that doesn't appeal to them, or times have changed, or they can't even get a job to do what they were trained to do. So we're seeing a dramatic shift with regards to that. And so people are turning, of course, to the network marketing industry. And a conversation I listened to just the other day about a fellow who is an attorney, very well established attorney, making $400 an hour, and he said, I just don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. And so he is just getting into the network marketing industry and having some great success. The kids in our generation, we were talking with my niece the other day, she's having to work 2, 3 jobs. Well, it's limited. It's minimum wage. It's limited. So we're seeing professionals, we're seeing homemakers, we're seeing people with that 9-to-5 job. These people have capped out what they're capable of doing in their income. So they're turning to network marketing because we have a better situation. We've got a better way of doing things. And of course, the earning potential is completely unlimited. Now, I mean, they're just captions, of course, of people that you well know. Bill Gates, Donald Trump, Robert Kiyosaki, and they're all advocates for the network marketing industry. They've all said if you had to do it over again, and these guys are billionaires, that they would get into the network marketing industry. Why? Because it's achievable, there's no income cap on it, and anybody can do this. And so your real expense here, folks, is your personal effort and time. And that's what's really important to understand. The most important thing you really do need to know is that successful people will recognize an opportunity, and then we'll take massive action. I hope you really pay attention to that, because that truly is what sets people apart from people who are totally successful and people who seem to have challenge with success. It's easier to build a business fast than it is slow. So people will take massive action. And there really is sort of a psychology to this, because what happens is that action will determine your results, and then your results will reinforce your belief. And you see how that circle completes for you. And your results, really, you do need to see in your mind. I know that Jack Nicklaus, I know there are all kinds of athletes that we can talk about, that they are trained very specifically to see the end in sight. They see their shot before they make it, whether it's basketball or golf, or you see skiers. They map out the course. They see it visibly in their mind as completed before they get going. It's really important to know that. That is truly a successful thought process that you really do need to practice. And that whatever your life is at this moment, that the very next moment, everything can completely change when you make that decision for it to do so. That's when you begin to believe. So let's talk about what the AdExperts package is a little bit, because this you really need to know what comes wrapped up in your resellers package. Well, you'll get those 6,000 super targeted views of your business, whether it's the AdExperts business or whether it's a primary business that you already have operating as well. That's going to be showing on the Home Business Giant advertising platform. Powerful, powerful platform. Of course, you'll also get the team plan. It's a professional marketing system. You'll get high-quality business tools, lead capture pages, landing pages, auto-response emails written on your behalf, and truly is the system that does all the introduction and all the work for you, that explains what the AdExperts business is and why we're here and how they can take part of it. That works and does all the work for you. You'll also have exclusive access to our partner programs. And this is really important, because we often talk about multiple streams of income in our industry, and I think that a lot of people get maybe confused about that, and they get really scattered. And sometimes they'll even start competing with themselves, and that's not a good thing to do in this industry, because you need to make sense out about what you're doing. So our partner programs are there to assist what each part. We have the leads part that people need to have people to talk to, and of course we've got the social media with $99 social, and of course we've got Ingresso Cybernetico. It's got a lot of management and lead development, because in this industry, the better you are at getting better at who you are, the more people will pay attention to, the more you can become a leader in this industry. So it really is about learning about becoming a better you, so that you can be better, assist the people that you're working with. And that really truly is the nuts and bolts of this industry. You're also going to get that self-replicating website and a virtual office to manage all of your business within AdExperts, and it's very powerful. There's lots of information in there. Be sure you log in every day. Make sure that you run your business properly, because it is a business. But most importantly, this is what we're going to be talking about today. It's the Infinity Sales Funnel Compensation Plan, and the ability to earn and the opportunity to earn that $7,700 over and over again. So that's what we're here today. We're going to show you exactly how to earn $7,700 in the next 14 to 21 days. Now, we always said in the corporate industry, corporate business that I came from initially, 30 years of it, that you need to plan your work and work your plan. And it sounds silly, but it is absolute. You cannot run a business if you don't have a plan and stick to it. And as Zig Ziglar says, you were born to win, but there's a caveat there. But to be a winner, you must plan to win, and you have to expect to win. Remember, we were talking about visualizing the end in sight. Imagine yourself as successful, see it, visualize it, and then make your plans and step into that reality, because it really, truly does work. So let's talk about the funnels. This is really, really important to understand. It's very simple, but you have to take action on it. You and one person can actually build an entire empire. And it sounds really crazy, but it is so absolutely true that in our business, in our industry, one person can absolutely change your business 180 degrees, and you never know who that one person is going to be. So here's the tried and true steps, and every big networker in this industry knows it and practices it over and over again. And if you can teach your people to do the same, this is how it goes. And as silly as it sounds, it just works. You make a list, and Daniel and I were talking about this earlier today. Make a list of everyone you know. Who do you know that wants to make money? Well, I mean, everybody that I know. So make a list of all these people. Make sure it's people just like you. Use your upline to invite them to take a look at presentations. Use your system to introduce it as well. So why? Like I said, who do you know who wants to make an extra $7,700 in the next 14 to 21 days? Highly achievable by literally anyone. And let's just look at the date today. June 1st is only a couple of weeks away, folks. How would you like to walk into the beginning of your summer with an extra $7,700 in your pocket? So this is what you want to do. You want to replicate it, you want to duplicate it, and you want to do this with every new person that it's your responsibility to help and assist. Help them to put together a list using the memory jogger. Now that's really simple. I mean, you can sit down and write down everyone you know, and there's also memory joggers in our back office as well in the team plan that will help you. You know, we say, well, I don't know anybody. And you start sitting down and remember all the people you come in contact with. You've got Facebook people. Daniel said he built an organization of over 18,000 people from Facebook alone, just talking to people. That's all, just building that relationship. But using that memory jogger, you've got connections everywhere. Now you've got My Team Plan, your website, and your marketing system that will introduce it for you. And you want to take people through the steps very specifically, and here's why. Everything that you do from the minute that you open your mouth, you're teaching people the business. So you want to take people systematically through what they're going to do to duplicate what they're going to duplicate for the people they bring in. So make sure you do it systematically. Get them to register on there so that they're going to get the auto-response letters, they're going to see the landing page, they're going to click through the AdExperts site, and then you're going to sign up. So you want to take them through all the steps that you've done, that you're going to teach your next person to do, they're going to teach your people. That's duplicatable, folks. We need to do that. Then, of course, you're going to follow up with them, get them signed up, introduce them to the upline. Then, again, all you do is start over at step one and do that the same day that they get signed up, folks. You want to keep them engaged and keep the energy flowing, get some activity. You want to manage the activity. You don't want to manage the sales. So let's just take a look at a couple of scenarios here, because we have a cyclone funnel and we have a tornado funnel. And we know that there's a seniority that you earn through working through the Cyclone Funnel. It takes 2 personally sponsored people to be fully qualified. So that means there's a seniority. There's a seniority if you have 1 person, but there's more seniority and top seniority if you have 2 people personally sponsored. And you want to do that as fast as humanly possible. So there's a strategy here, and we want to make sure that people get on the right foot with the strategy, because people will get in their mind that, okay, I've got 2, you get 2, and you can go 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. But from history and from experience, trust me, we have experience in this, that is totally the slow way, that it just doesn't work going 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Because if you think about this logically, if you have a business set up with 2 people, you don't know who's going to get to work right away and who's not. If you're going to base the facts are 50% of the people may not get to work right away, you're going to base your entire success of your organization on 1 person. It's not a very strategic way to go. So we always recommend that you want to personally sponsor 6 to 8 people. Then at least if you're going to work with those 50% statistics, you know you're going to have at least 3 to 4 people that you can work with right away and teach them to do exactly the same. So that has worked for us incredibly well in the past, and trust me, we've made all the mistakes in the past to find out what really does work. This is the strategy that you want to pay attention to. Focus on getting 6 to 8 of those personals and teach your people to do the same. Now, there's a couple of magic principles here, and I kind of like to call them magic because they really do work. The system is set up that you will always follow the leader, meaning you will always follow your sponsor and your downline will follow you. It's just how it works. This courage doesn't encourage you to sponsor more people, more than 2. 2 is the bare minimum for you to be fully qualified with seniority, and I'm going to show you how that works in just a minute to really get it through so you understand how it works. But again, allowing you to move fast. You want to sponsor as many people as you can. Teach everybody to do that 6 to 8 process. Now the slide is, if you really understand how powerful this particular feature is, it truly is magical, that the slide will allow members, remember we talked about seniority? Well, when you have 2 people that you have personally sponsored, that gives you top seniority. That gives you the ability to slide past the people who have less seniority if they've sponsored 0 or if they've sponsored 1. And sometimes we've seen this happen, that it doesn't always happen, but it can happen if you really visualize this and see this, how powerful it is, that you can literally get started, get your people signed up with you right away, and you can progress right through that entire pack of people and get right directly to that pay position. And I tell you, it cuts down on a considerable amount of work, a considerable amount of time, and it puts you right up front there in an earning situation very, very rapidly. So to sum that up really is that this system truly rewards the workers. So if you get to work right away, you can literally blast past all those other people that are sit around and they won't even see you coming, and you can get right to that paid position. We're going to show you exactly how that works. So the Cyclone Funnel. Now you've seen this obviously because you're an AdExperts reseller and you are part of the Infinity Funnel compensation plan. So when you get started, you're going to already see there's going to be 3, 4, 7 people already here. You are going to arrive into the next available position on whatever is open on that row of 8. You might be the number 8 position, you might be the 11, 12, or you might be the 15th, but you will come in and take that next position. Using the slide feature, we're going to show you exactly how that works. So bear with me. There's a bit of animation on here, so let's hope I can keep up to it. All right. So as you can see, the person who is in the paid position here at the bottom of the funnel, we call them the leader. They have already sponsored 2 people. The person on the left in the row of 2 has a blue briefcase. That person has sponsored 1 person in here. Okay, so the next person that arrives, you can see there, has arrived. It goes, seniority goes left to right. So the person on the left has most seniority, and of course it goes top to bottom. So the person now has just joined in that row of 8, and you can see right here that this person has sponsored. So now this person has got 2 personally sponsored members in their organization. Nobody is going to be able to slide past this person. This person has fully protected. And they have more seniority than, of course, this row or this row. So the next person comes in. This person here actually sponsors 2 more people. You can see that number will change to 4, but 2 is the maximum seniority. It just says that this person has sponsored 4 people. So you can see how that, it will keep track, and you can see that. So the next person comes in. You can see people are filling in from left to right. This person has sponsored this person here, so he has 1, but he's still in danger of being passed by because he isn't fully qualified yet. Okay, so the next person comes in. This guy here has sponsored a personal. This next one comes in. Next one, you can see this one guy has now sponsored 1 more, so he has actually got 3. Now let's go and watch what happens here. This guy just sponsored 2 people here in the last 2 positions. Now he is fully qualified. Watch what happens now. Now I'm not going to do the animation. I didn't have time. It'll get too confusing. But here's what I want to share with you, is this person here is going off now. This person has just earned $400 in cash and another $300 advertising package. Remember, you got an advertising package when you got started. Well, you're going to earn another $300 advertising package plus that $400. So right now, you're operating at a zero expense because you've earned your $400 back to get started, and you've also got that second advertising package, which is great. So you're going to progress now to the tornado funnel. Now what's going to happen is this guy is going to move over here to the left, create another funnel, and he's going to be in the pay position. This guy, watch, this guy now has got full seniority. He's going to go all the way down and form his own funnel over here, but he's going to go directly to the pay position. And of course, then this guy is going to follow next in seniority. Next in seniority is this guy, and then the rest all just follow in order. There is no seniority except left to right and bottom, top to bottom. So that's why this is very important that you get your first two qualifiers as fast as humanly possible, because you see what would happen if this guy here managed to get his second person in, then this guy has more seniority than this one, and this one would literally go back down to the pay position in front of this guy. So it's really important to understand how to move quickly in this and to get your qualifiers in as fast as possible. You work with your team and get your team doing that as well, and you could literally go past all of these people. Your team is at this point is very, very small. You've moved very, very rapidly, and you're in a position to earn money right out of the get-go, and all you've done is help a couple of people to come in on your team. So that's really powerful. That slide feature is so, so powerful. Okay, so now that you're on you've gone to the tornado funnel, you see that there are 3 people here on the tornado funnel. They'll always be there, and again, it works just like the Cyclone, but it's half the size. So not a lot of work here, folks. It's just helping your team members to follow you, and anybody in your team can follow you here. And again, we're going to talk about being fully qualified. You only need 1 member of your team on your tornado to fully qualify you, and you can literally slide past. You see here these 2 guys? You could literally do exactly the same here, but you see it's half the size of that Cyclone. So watch what happens. This one here is fully qualified with 1. You see that yellow briefcase? Well, here's what happens. So here you've arrived on this first spot on that row of 4, and you've helped one of your team members to come up here as well. So now guess what? You're fully qualified. That means you have more seniority than these guys. You're going to be able to go right to that pay position. So the next guy comes along. Animation. This person here right now, every position here has a dollar value attached to it that this person earns. So that first spot, you don't have to fill this up before you earn money here. This is what's so very powerful about this too, that you don't have to wait. This tornado funnel is worth $7,000 to you to earn, but you don't have to wait for everybody to arrive to start earning. So this first position here, you've earned $1,000. The second position here, you've earned another $1,000. Now this guy's getting to work and helping, can bring his team up there as well. So one of his guys comes up. Guess what? That spot there is worth $2,000. And the last position, filling that row of 4, this guy here has helped one of his members come up, so he's fully qualified. That last position now has earned you $3,000. Now that's a total of $7,000. That's not difficult to do, folks. And here's what happens to these 2 people, because these 2 people on your team, or they may be from somebody else's team. For you to earn this $7,000, it doesn't matter who they belong to. As long as you're in that pay position, you're going to earn that dough. So that's what's really important to know. But here's what's going to happen with these guys. See these guys with these yellow briefcases? They are both going to go directly to that pay position here, and they'll start earning that $7,000, $1,000, $1,000, $2,000, and $3,000. That's a whole lot of fun when you start putting that dough in your pocket, folks, and teaching your team how to do the same. So here's where we get into exactly how the Cyclones, the relationship between the Cyclones and the tornado funnels is that the Cyclones, you go from Cyclone to cyclone, only one at a time. You're only ever in one cyclone at a time, but you create multiple tornado funnels. And I think, Daniel, I think I want to let you talk about this because you really have the way that you explain this is so precise. I just put the video up, or the visual up there. You're only ever in one cyclone funnel at a time, but you can create multiple tornado funnels all working simultaneously and independently at the same time. I want you to talk about this just for a minute, if you will. So over to you.
Sure. Yeah. The only thing is when I'm talking, you'll only see my face. So hopefully you'll be, well, you can see it in the bottom right corner. You can still see those two funnels. This is one of the most powerful additions to our comp plan that separates us from pretty much every other company that's similar to ours. We added this because it's so powerful. And what happens is you're going through the cyclone. That's where everyone starts off. And when you finish the cyclone, you make your $300 in advertising and $400 cash, and then you follow your sponsor to their cyclone. So the other one's finished. You're not in another cyclone. Just one sec. This is allergy season for me, so I keep sneezing and stuff. But you're only in one cyclone ever at a time. You're never in multiple cyclones. But each time you complete a cyclone, you make $700. You go to a tornado, and you follow your sponsor in the tornado, and you follow your sponsor in the cyclone again. The other one's finished, so you're only in one. When you complete the cyclone for the second time, you're going to get another tornado. So the tornadoes, you'll have multiple tornadoes simultaneously earning you $7,000 each. So when you go through the cyclone the second time, now you got two tornadoes, but you still only have one cyclone. You still only have one cyclone following your sponsor, but as you keep completing cyclones, they're done, you'll keep creating new tornadoes, which is cool because they're half the size and they pay out $7,000 each. So you want as many of them as possible.
Right, and I think that it's really, that is, I mean, it's so exciting. You have possible here that you could have 2, 3, 4, however many tornadoes, every one of them earning $7,000. It's not just $7,000, it's $14,000, it's $21,000. And I'm telling you, that is powerful. So when you sponsor your next personal, where are they going to go, Daniel? Explain that.
They're going to go on your current cyclone. Wherever you are, you're only in one cyclone at a time, so they're always coming your cyclone. So even if it's your third time through a cyclone, that means you have, if it's your third cyclone, the third time through a cyclone, then you have two tornadoes. They're going to come onto that cyclone, and they're going to go to your first tornado, right? And they're going to have their first tornado, which is going to, and then they're going to follow you to your second tornado, but they'll keep following you on your first tornado. Now they're following you on your first and second tornado and third tornado. So even if you're on your fourth tornado, you have 4 tornadoes going, you bring in a new person, they're going to start where you started. It's like a train, and they'll go to your first tornado, your second. You can have the same person on 4 different tornadoes following you on all of them. It's extremely powerful, all at the same time.
That's crazy. And
Yep.
you know, kudos to you, because this is your brainchild. This is something that you designed and developed because, and no other company, no other compensation structure out there anywhere comes even close to this. It is so, so powerful. So I hope you really understand how that works, folks, because it's a very simple process. All you ever do is focus on the cyclone that you are currently on. That's the only thing you focus on. The rest of it, just like you said, is a train, and it just follows and follows and follows. So that's powerful. So that's the structure of the compensation plan with the cyclone and the tornado. So here's what you need to do, folks. This is your steps to success. Set up your marketing system. When you get logged into your back office, the first time you log into your AdExperts back office, make sure that you go under promotional tools and set up your marketing system, the team plan. It's all there for you at no additional charge. It's part of your package. Then make sure that you get your ad set up in the ad manager. There's a video there for you to click on. It will walk you through it step by step by step. Make sure that you utilize that. It's yours. It's part of your package with those 6,000 super targeted views. Now, complete your top 25 list of people who are just like you. Make sure you do that. Attend the training. Watch it. We are having it recorded right now. You can watch this over and over. You can send it, sit down with your people. You can watch it together. And of course, send people to the team plan. Start that process. You're training people the minute you get started, the minute you talk to people. So again, who do you know that wants to make money? Remember, though, you must be coachable. Anybody can do this. And again, we go back to the beginning. Why are people leaving professional businesses and companies, attorneys and doctors and lawyers and people sick of the 9-to-5 job? Everybody has the exact same opportunity here, folks. Everyone. But you have to be coachable. Follow the system. Show up and stay focused. You know, you cannot wish for something. You have to work for something. There's no free ticket. It's not a lottery. And you have to get that kind of mentality corrected. Again, go back, visualize what you want, set your goals, and then stay focused for the next 60 to 90 days, and you won't believe what you can produce out of that. Follow our system. Stick to what works. Trust us. We've done it all. We've made all the mistakes. We've perfected it. We know what works, and we're showing you exactly what you need to do. If you try and deviate off of this and say somebody else says do this, look at folks, we know what works. So after this presentation, make sure you make a list of all the good quality people that you know who are just like you, who want to make money, who want to help other people as well. And your job only is to become a professional inviter. Let the system work for you, folks. That's why it's duplicatable. That's why anybody can do it. Make sure you work with your upline. Learn how to invite correctly. It's just inviting people to come and take a look. Attend every Google Hangout and conference call your first 60 days. You have to stay plugged in. That's the most important aspect of the business. If you don't stay plugged in, you don't know what's going on, and whether you're bringing people to take a look or not, whether you are part of this system, it means that you're engaged and you're here to make money and you're here to help other people. So when you listen to it, it's to listen to it, understand it, repeat it, and do the next same thing with the next person as well. You have to follow the instructions to win, folks. Again, it's not a lottery, it's a business. Plan your work and work your plan, folks. That was the last slide, Daniel.
Awesome. And all I would add to that, and all I would add to it is, obviously we're not all the same, but what we mean when we say the same, you're looking for people that are like you in respect that, you know, you're willing to come on this presentation, you're willing to make a list, and you're willing to go share with people and find people that want to make $7,700 in the next 14 to 21 days. Everyone has a job or some kind of most people have a job, actually, not everybody, but most people have a job. They go to work, they know what they have to do to make a certain amount of money each week or each 2 weeks or each month, right? They have a job, they do it, and they make whatever they make. It's probably not $7,700 in the next 14 to 21 days, but the important part is they know what they got to do, they go do it, and they know what they're getting. So this is no different. We're telling you exactly what you need to do, how long it's going to take, and what you'll get at the end. So it's just up to you whether you're willing to do it or not. So what you're trying to do is find other people that are willing to do it. That's where they got to be like you. You're willing to go find people that want to make $7,700 in the next 14 to 21 days. They just have to do everything that you're doing. Just set up the system, write a list, and they need to go share it with people that want to make $7,700 in the next 14 to 21 days too. That's it.
That's
So
it.
if you're willing to do the work, yeah, it is. It's really simple. You just got to be talking to the right person, the right people that are like you, that are willing to do the work, which isn't a lot of work, and it's kind of fun because you know you're talking to people usually that you care about. You're offering them a way to make a lot of money in a short period of time. And when they do it, they'll be very thankful that you shared that with them, believe me. So with that, just remember, what we can't do alone, we can do together.